All right, so been a little bit. We got the deck behind us. What deck? What's a deck that we just wrapped up? However, we ended up having to do a little bit of repair up there on the Hardy board. You know what? That's a separate video right there. Guys, I don't think that Hardy board, Hardy plank, whatever, is everything that it's cracked up or is what they sold it to be. I think the stuff's garbage. My own 2 cents. Deck. And looks real pretty right there. Now we did screw the lattice on because we think about that, so that way it makes it easy for the homeowner. Screws down through there. They can pop that lattice off. Harley did excellent job. Harley and Marshall, super clean cuts. Yep, no trash work here. This is this. We use a combination of Fiberon and I forget what the other brand is for the railing. Oh, what do we got going on down through there? The homeowner wanted access to cross bib or whatever. Look at the hack. Gutter guys came in afterwards. We always round our deck over, our boards over. I would have provided more overhang, but we were matching up to a portion of the deck over there, so I just matched what they had right there. I'm gonna do a video on these right here. My oh my, these things are solid, guys. Really surprising how solid it is. But look at the hack job they did right there. I tell you what, every trade they always do horrible work. All right, Harley's got the Makita 40-volt auger. We're gonna go down and check that out and see. This is the first time we've had this thing for a while, but it's the first time it's being used. See what our results, our thoughts are. Now, one thing I wanted to talk about right here with this railing is see, it's held up a little bit. You can see our GRK structural legs right there. Yeah, I don't think it's that big a deal. It's only held up a 1/16. We didn't have the opportunity to run those collars or whatever, maybe not a collar, I don't know what you'd call them, because of how close we are to the edge. But the deck turned out really nice. I think our decks always turn out really nice. So, all right, down to the Makita. Let's go check Harley. Let's go check Harley and Marshall out. Oh, got Mama some bushes. So it's that time. These things are pretty. I don't even know what these things are. Jazz hands. Variegated. And yeah, bought 3. Man, I ran out of time to maintain our yard, so I'm like, I'm gonna stone the one side of it and just plant it up, and I don't have no more time to mow. All right, let's go check them out. So we are doing a retaining wall down through here.
We got one good hole over here.
We got one good hole. We're running into a little bit of concrete right there. It doesn't matter, the auger. So this does have a clutch, so it's kicking in. Hey, we don't have to be super deep on these ones down here. You're probably already deep enough.
Yep.
But
I think this measures about 24 maybe.
Yeah. So we got the Bosch breaker. Oh, okay. So there's several reviews of these. Some people love them, some people are like, eh. What's your opinion so far?
I like it, but we had one good hole. Maybe we'll have a few more.
Is there any auger that would work against concrete?
No.
Okay.
Not unless you got a skid steer. Well,
it's not an auger. Well,
yeah, auger on a skid steer, but at that point it's still gonna
Okay.
stop it. So.
All right. So
We got one hole.
yay,
Perfect.
You got one more back
One
here.
right here.
Oh.
Let's give it a shot. You make them
Let's
watch.
give it a shot. what the life of the clutch is on that. So we don't believe in any of that dry stack. But either way, we got quite a bit accomplished. And Makita Auger did pretty good. We got 18 holes. Knocked them out in no time. No time. So yeah, this is just a few hours later, and we got those all concreted in. Video. All right, so retaining wall almost wrapped up. We got a little section up there we're gonna take care of. Leroy, the bullfrog, he has made his debut. Well, actually, not debut. Showing himself several times. Yeah, so this profile that I came up with has worked pretty good. So I took cedar pickets and I ripped basically what ended up being like a shiplap. So this is what it is. That's how it lays. Let me bring it up here so you can see it. So come on, this is difficult right here with two hands. Right there, so it has pretty good coverage. It's going to have good coverage as far as expansion and contraction, and as far as yeah, it's always going to have coverage there. Alright, so back to the Makita. Yeah, so the 4x6s are in the ground. I think we're 4 feet on center, and of course we got stone, tile, so we got all the good stuff. All the good stuff. Now, see, tile, plastic. One unintended benefit from this, you see this big pile of dirt? I'm gonna actually have Harley come over here. Is when that stuff sets, especially if it gets rained on, it locks down again. Well, you can run that thing and it just loosens this right up just into fluff, so it makes it really easy as far as transporting it, scooping it and transporting it, if you're moving it by a shovel like we are. The more we've used this tool, the more impressed we are with it. I think the clutch could be a little bit tighter for people that work day in and day out, you know, to where the phrase man up. Well, apparently the Japanese didn't realize we were ready to man up. It does kick out, you know, if you hit a stump or a rock. I'd like that clutch a little bit thicker, but or tighter, but for an individual that's a little smaller in stature, and for the days that you're, I guess, being lazy and you're not ready for that kickback. But Harley's like, we're scooping this, and he's like, well, why don't I just grab this to come over and loosen it up? And actually, it's a pretty good idea.
Yeah, here's
so basically, I'm gonna have just very loose dirt to scoop with.
this is what we had to start with. This big chunky stuff, and now it's, you know. Nice.
Another thing I noticed, it'll take branches and roots and everything,
yeah,
and free it out of this dirt. So
cool.
I think it's a pretty good idea. All right, so I think there's another thing too. I realized that this, for an electrician or plumber, I believe you could use this as a hole hog.
Yeah.
It has standard chuck. This comes off, this attachment comes off pretty easy, and I think you could own just this one thing instead of doing the big, you know, the right angles, the hole hogs or what have you.
The 8-inch auger with the 8-amp battery. We did, was it 16 or 20 holes that we drilled?
18.
18 holes.
Right in the middle. Yeah, 18 holes. And I couldn't believe, once you guys got past that concrete, you guys knocked them out in just no time.
Yeah.
So
once it didn't have something to hang up on, it was really fast.
So some people have said pros on this, some people have said negatives. For us, how long have I owned this? A year? Over a year?
A year, yeah.
We haven't even used it. Just either way, I totally recommend it. We're going to be using it a lot more.
Yeah.
We're going to use it a lot more, and I'm going to modify one of these. I'm going to modify this. I'm going to buy another, probably a 6-inch, but for down and crawl spaces. And I'm going to whack this down and make this to where it's only like that deep, or maybe that deep. So that way we can do footings. Because when we're having to put girders and different stuff in for foundation repair, this thing would be excellent. So cool. That's it. What is the model number on this thing? Is it underneath the battery? It's GG201?
GGDO1.
Oh, yeah, DO1.
And it's a 2-speed.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I'm saying. If you put this in first speed with the way the clutch is,
not only that,
you could definitely use this as a whole
this
hog.
would work great as a mixer if you're mixing material, because it's got
you
that
probably could.
chuck, so
Kind of an expensive mixer though.
Yeah, it is what it is.
But for one person that wanted one tool and done,
yeah.
So, all right, guys, that's it. Makita, and I don't care. I'm not sure. I'll have to show you my router bed. You know what? It's not the end of the video. I'm going to show you my router setup when I get back to the shop. All right. See ya.
All right. Looks like you're having fun over here.
Yep. That must be a board I'm running into.
There's a lot of roots in here. All those roots are from what that thing ate up when we drilled those holes.
All right, that's it.
Who needs a tiller?
What? Yeah.